Welcome back. All right. This is the episode called Consequences. So some mistakes were made right from the very beginning. So when I originally built this thing, or I wanted to build it, it was during COVID, right? But lumber prices hadn't skyrocketed yet. But I decided, all right, I got these sweet drill rods. That'll be perfect uprights. I got these beams. That'll be perfect. And what I did is I've got some 18-inch sonotubes. And I said, you know what? I'm going to pour these on pads. It's going to be fine. No problem. The ground's nice and hard here. Not an issue at all. I only made those things like the biggest one's, I think, 14 inches thick, and the smallest one, I think it's only 12 inches thick. So when I decided I'm gonna put a gabion basket on the outside, I realized they're too small. And not only did I realize, I was told, like, by many people, that you're out of your damn mind. Which, whatever. Look, sometimes it pays to be out of your mind. Sometimes it pays with consequences. Today it paid with consequences. So what I'm doing here is I'm undermining each one of these pier pads, and I'm adding additional concrete. And I'm roto-hammering in rebar so everything ties together, pretty sweet. You see Bear running around? Bear's a big bulldog. Look at him. Oh, he kept wanting to get in the cement, but I made sure he stayed out. And little Lucy, they're such good friends. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing in these videos here, is I'm undermining them and then pouring half of underneath of it, because later, once this cement dries, I undermine the other side and pour it. And then another consequence of thinking outside the box and paying in hard labor is I got a concrete buddy. And he did a little math for me. So originally I wanted to do a 1-foot gabion basket all the way up the wall. It's about 20 feet up. And what that would entail is roughly 1,000 to 1,800 pounds per every linear foot, right? And so I was planning on just setting it on the ground, but then I got told, oh, the whole thing's gonna sink, and like, sinking, who cares? But when you get yourself a leaning tower of pizza situation, that's when you got problems. I mean, a leaning treehouse would actually be cool. It really would. But you'd have to, you know what? I don't know how to do it. Okay, sorry, the thought crossed my mind. A leaning treehouse would be cool. Anyhow, so, anywhere from 1,000 to 1,800 pounds per linear foot. So I had to basically rework the design, and he gave me all these measurements, this blah blah bop 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 all day long about how I need to pour concrete all the way around so the whole thing doesn't sink. Eventually I gave in, and yeah, it was a lot of work. This video, I don't know why I added this, but yeah, this video here, looks like I'm. Good question. Oh, I'm putting in nails in all the Simpson straps that I didn't do originally. This was kind of a crummy day, too. It started really pouring down rain right after I got done with this. But that's okay. This wasn't consequences. This was just, I needed to get that done. And I didn't want to dig anymore because I'd waiting for concrete to dry and lying to myself about how little I should dig here, but we're going to get into that here shortly, about why you shouldn't allow stupid people to dig. And we'll get into that. But anyways, so I got all the Simpson straps nailed in, and it started raining here. But I wanted to keep working, and I've been working on this door for quite a while, right? But I had to button up the last little bits and bobs. So I originally had it on a piece of wood, and I was going to make the entire door. But as it turns out, I don't know how to do that. And I had to, it wasn't sturdy enough. I would have had to add more wood, and it was heavy as ass to begin with. But, so I put it on a normal solid core door, and I'm putting all the boards together, and I gotta make everything line up, and this was a fun project. Oh my goodness. I did so much work on this door. Like each one of those carvings you see on there is carved out, and I did epoxy work on this. I had to do the epoxy work twice because on the bottom half of the door I screwed it up and had to recarve all the letters. But anyways, it's not quite finished yet. It's up in the treehouse. I had it hung the other day. Whoo! It was so good. But this is an awesome project. Everybody should do stuff they don't know how to do. Just do it. I promise you. But this was consequences of rain. I had to do something. And now we're back to consequences of not building it right from the jump. Those stupid little 18-inch, 12-inch pier pads. So here I go. I dig, and I dig, and I dig. And I also made one small error. About 4 yards of material error. So what I did here is, you can't really tell from this video, but my yard is a little bit sloped there. So the right side of the yard, over on the right side of the video here, is probably 5 inches higher than the left side of the tree fort there. Well, when I was digging this hole, I originally said, bullshit, I'm only pouring a 12-inch thing. Not a problem. My buddy was like, no, you gotta go 24. And anyways, I didn't do that. I said, I'm gonna dig, 12 inches, no problem. But, like, back to stupid people digging. Yeah, I dug like 18 to 22 everywhere. I don't know how to dig a small hole. And I did not calculate the above ground section. But it's okay. Because, digging is kind of fun. But only when you're doing it for fun. So yeah, I got this all taken care of. But I've got to do the whole perimeter. I got to build a footing. I got to add rebar. All this stuff because of very critical error at the beginning. Consequences. That's okay. Sometimes that's the best way to learn something. Because I tell you what, won't ever do that again. Anyways, that's the end of this video. We'll have another consequences video. Because this thing is already super long. Alright, bye-bye. Alright, tricked ya. Decided to add one more little snippet. Because it wasn't close to 10 minutes. I like to keep it right around 10 minutes. Anyways, so what I did here was I shored up these two corners. Remember, I underdug the one side. Now I'm underdigging the other side. Undermining. Underdigging? What a weird word. Anywho, so that's what I do here. Filled that one up and got the other one done. Yeah, so this was also another part of my calculation error. Because I was like, oh yeah, I did the measurement for the footing. And then not realizing I did an entire yard of concrete with that sweet, sweet mixer right there. Isn't that fun? Oh, yeah, get out and mix some concrete. You know what? Do it by hand. You're better than me. I'll just use this stupid barrel. Anyways, that's going to be the end of the video. And I love each and every one of you. And by the way, people love you. I love you. Goodbye.